Hello, my family. I know, MIA. I've been missing for a bit, but it's for a good cause. I've actually been doing some working out, y'all. I've done a flip on myself, but yeah, I went and started cutting back on my carbs again because not totally, but I am cutting back, y'all. So, but what am I up to? This. Why? Thanksgiving's coming up. I'll show you what I'm fixing to do with this turkey and how we actually got this, and give you some tips and tricks about this coming up season and what to look for after the fact. Alright, my friends, so how we got this turkey was, it's actually nothing but a turkey breast. And we were at Walmart last year, and out of the clear blue sky, they said that there was a sale going on. Now, mind you, this was after Thanksgiving, y'all. And so we went and looked at the turkey breasts that were, well, they were on sale. $6.22 is what we got this whole turkey breast for. The whole thing was $6.22. So we took it and stuck it in our freezer, and we've been going through our freezer, and now I know that Thanksgiving's coming around. I'm gonna need the room for full turkeys or leftovers, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook this one up. And what I'm going to do is substitute, instead of chicken meals such as a chicken chili, white chicken chili, I'm gonna substitute it with this turkey breast. We have a turkey pot pie, so many different other meals, turkey divine, so many different things that I can do with this bird. So I'm going to cook it up and see if I can give you some ideas for your Thanksgiving dinner, for those of you who are on low carb, or those of you who are diabetic. And I have a praise report too, so let me get this in the oven. Okay, y'all, so just to let you know, this one here, it is hot here. It's been up it's 71 degrees, y'all. This is not normal for us at all, so it's actually hot. But anyways, I am actually taking this turkey breast, and I'm going to season this with a Mediterranean spice blend. It's almost like a rotisserie, but it's actually different. So I'm just going to cover this whole bird. I've got 1 stick of butter up underneath the skin of this, and I'm going to cover it with some or drizzle it with olive oil, and then I'm going to bake this. So I figured I'd go ahead and show this to you, and I will give you this Mediterranean spice blend so that you can have this on hand too. It'll be in the description box below for you. Okay, y'all. So, as I mentioned, I went back to doing low carb again. Still, I'm doing Mediterranean. However, I'm just basically all I'm doing is I'm cutting back the amount of carbs that I've been eating. I have gone way off track, y'all. I just couldn't stop myself. So, here we are. Regardless, I wanted to share. First of all, I got a testimony to share. It was absolutely amazing. Now, Mr. James, we've been praying for him for a healing due to his diabetes. Now, I don't know if it was a prayer. I don't know if it's a medication, Farxiga, that he's on. I'm not sure of any of this. Now, I will say that there were a couple times he forgot to take his medication. So this testimony was one of those moments where he had forgotten to take his medication. Unaware of this, we had pasta, regular pasta, that night, not even fresh milk. However, the pasta was also a product of Italy. The kind I was telling y'all, the shiny versus the dull. Sorry, y'all, I'm getting over a cold as well. So he had authentic pasta from Italy. Now, I don't even know if maybe that might have been the situation. Regardless, 2 hours after Mr. James ate that pasta meal, which we had pasta with something I have not had, my mama used to make us when we were kids, is pork neck pasta sauce. It's pasta sauce with pork necks in it. And so we had that over pasta, pappardelles. 2 hours after that, we had about 100 grams of pasta each, because I did weigh it. We're not eating over the amount that's allowed to us as it would be. So we decided to give it a try, and we tested it, and y'all, both of us were blown completely out of our minds when Mr. James's blood sugar reading was 121. Y'all, he was normal. Normal. We don't know what's going on, but he was normal. He felt so good that he got to eat regular pasta. Now, does this mean we're going overboard? Absolutely not. We are still having our fresh milled bread, but less than we used to. We are still having our pasta, again, less than we used to, and we are weighing the amount that we have. These are the only ways that I can stay on Mediterranean, but right now I have to lose everything that I gained. That means I'm going to have to stay away from the carbs much more than I have been to try to get this weight back off of me. I'm not looking to lose an extensive amount of weight. I want to get back to where I was comfortable and healthier at 185. I got a ways to go. So that's what we're doing, and I've been going back to the gym because it's something I need to do. Regardless, let's talk Thanksgiving dinner. What do we do for Thanksgiving dinner? That's an easy one, and I want to share it with you. Now, some of this I am going to go ahead and try to do videos. Right now, it's hard to do those videos because it's too far away. We've got nearly 1 week before it's still Thanksgiving, so trying to get those videos out now is kind of crazy to have it that far in advance. Such as, I will be making a sugar-free, grain-free pumpkin pie for the two of us. Now, I will be doing that recipe with you because I see a lot of people can enjoy it. And basically, it's your pumpkin pie without a crust, y'all. Plain and simple. And then we have sugar-free whipped topping to go on it. So that's what we're going to have on that. As far as our sides, we're doing egg salad for sure. We are going to actually take, now I will tell you that's one time we are going to use our carbs, but lower the carb because we're going to watch how much of it we eat. But we are going to be using fresh milled, which is better, higher fiber, higher protein, flour source or wheat source, and we're having those with our dinner rolls, and then which will be homemade. Now granted, that is not grain free. Instead of actually corn or corn on the cob, we're actually going to make a corn salad with tomatoes, cucumbers, and onions, and we're going to be doing that with it. As far as a casserole or stuffing, instead of yams, we are going to use acorn squash. And the stuffing that I use in that acorn squash, we're going to take an acorn squash, we're going to roast it, clean out the insides of that, put it all in a casserole dish mixed with the toppings that we would use on the stuffed acorn squash I showed y'all in a video prior. And that is going to be our version of our sweet potatoes. If we have mashed potatoes, y'all, it's going to be from the Mediterranean olive oil. No butter, none of all that. We're going to use a healthier fat. We will moderate how much of all of this that we do eat. We're not going to, we have been used to piling our plates over, and we're just not going to do that this year. We are going to enjoy our Thanksgiving, but we are going to moderate how much of this we eat, even if we decide to do some of it. We may decide not to. It all depends. But we're choosing healthier choices. I do have some cookie recipes that we will be doing that are sugar-free. As far as grain-free, not necessarily so, except for maybe the pumpkin cheesecake balls. Those will be, this is a no-bake, and it is grain-free, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if somebody can inform me if nuts are on the list or not, but there is crushed pecans or walnuts, whatever type. You can even use almonds if you wanted to. We are doing a family get together, but how we're working this and how we accommodate for families is one family will feed their family what they eat, while the other family feeds what we eat, and we just sit, enjoy the meals together in that kind of atmosphere. We're okay with that because we know that everybody has their own way of eating, and they have to. Mr. James' readings may be blowing our minds, but we're still taking care of him because we know right now, what's amazing is the Farxiga he's actually on isn't really necessarily, just so y'all know, for his diabetes. It is actually for his heart. As far as his diabetes, that was just one of the other aspects that went with that. It was convenient how they did this. But we're wondering if there was an amazing healing over him, because everything that's happening is blowing our mind. And the only thing I could say, y'all, God is good. So we're just going to continue to keep doing what we're doing. Like I said, I am going to next week start doing some of these. I'm also going to be doing the cracker recipes. I'm not doing everything right now, y'all, and I would love to just jump in there. I know you're waiting for them, but to be able to do all this food ahead of time is going to lead to several things. One, it is not fresh. It will become stale. Number two, it won't be as good as it should be when I serve it to the table. So I risk getting the food even in the refrigerator for a week at a time. It can ruin. So I have to be patient and wait. And I know this is hard. But please forgive me for not just jumping on it and showing you guys, hey, this is what we're going to do, y'all. I can't do that. So I'm going to work this the best way I can, which means basically next week or even into this weekend when it comes to making crackers and stuff like that. This is when I'm going to have to start, y'all. And it may even be Monday. Even Mr. James has to work up until the day of Thanksgiving. And then sadly, he's got to go back to work. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to wait. Thank you for being patient with me. It makes it hard on being able to create videos in the situation that I'm in. So, I know I'm not making a video every single day. And thank you for understanding why I needed to get on here and explain to you what I'm going to do. Now, as far as this turkey that is behind me and it is now cooked, I will try to also make recipes with you on what I'm doing with the leftovers. Many of us are going to have leftover turkey, and some of us don't even know what the heck we're going to do with it. So I am going to be doing recipes with you on leftover turkey. We're going to be eating quite a bit of this ourselves, which is not a bad thing, as long as you can change it up to different flavors. And that's what I'm going to be able to do. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to take some of this turkey and I am going to make a what's supposed to be white chicken chili. I'm actually going to replace that chicken with turkey. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So, thank you for bearing with me, y'all. The holidays are coming and I am going to get on this, but I'm trying to keep my food as fresh as possible without ruining anything. So unfortunately it requires me to go ahead and wait. Income at our house has changed and we are saving now more than spending. So, and it does cost to make a video, y'all, because I do have to buy the ingredients to be able to make this video for you. So I'm having to be thrifty in being able to do this. Hence the reason we grabbed the turkey out of the freezer and we cooked it, because that was last year's sale. It tastes just as fresh. I tasted it and it's really yummy. It was a turkey breast. So it's useful. And right now we need it. We are eating from our pantry. We are eating from our freezer. Thank you, God, for your blessings that we have food to put on our table. Y'all, this is what I've been teaching for a year. You just never know. It isn't about just the winter. You just never know when your winter is going to be. Don't stress over your holiday, y'all. Enjoy. I know right now, if I wanted to stress, I absolutely could. One reason is I'm used to my own chicken eggs. And my girls, time changed. It's darker than it used to be. Those girls are not getting the lighting that they are getting used to. They just went through a major molting as I have feathers all over the coop. And when that happens, well, guess what? My girls, it's a natural way of their body cycle. They stop laying eggs. It has nothing to do with their feed, and I will continue to keep saying that. It is not their feed. This is a natural cycle. So it's requiring me to buy eggs. Well, here's the hard part. When I started getting my eggs at the grocery store were $2.50, y'all. Now, it's been that while since I've had to get eggs. I had to go buy eggs lately, and y'all, I'm paying $4 a dozen. $4 a dozen, y'all. And people griped at me for selling my eggs for $2.50 to $3 a dozen. And I'm paying $4 for store-bought. They're not even that great. I miss my own. But here's where I'm not going to stress. Because it's not going to change my situation. It's not going to allow my girls to go ahead and start laying eggs. I'm going to have to accommodate for that in my budget to know I have to buy eggs now at $4 a dozen. But I'm also going to give thanks to the Lord that I have food on my table, a roof over my head. I'm cool when it's hot and I'm warm when it's cold. Y'all, I am covered. I may not have what I want. And for the most part, I do on that as well. But I absolutely have what I need. And a lot of that came with wisdom and knowledge to prepare for whatever may come. We never know when our winter will be here. And when that winter strikes, it could be that you lost a job. It could be that there was a major layoff. Things are going to get rough before they get better. And that's a given. I know this. And I know our future is looking brighter. But y'all, in every situation, from our weather to our lives, we always had to hit a turning point. It went bad before it got good. And so I'm prepared for that. And I really hope you are too. I really hope you are listening. We're not ones to prep for Armageddon. We are ones to prepare for anything that may happen. So that's what we're doing, and that's what I will be doing a lot of. I will also be doing a lot of what do we do with all our holiday leftovers, because we got Christmas coming too, y'all. And I like to do a buffet, and honestly, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to this year, but we'll see what happens. So, until next time, y'all, I am getting ready to do what I can. But I will tell you, y'all, when we did Prayer Wednesday last week, Mr. James was on my prayer list. A lot of amazing things happened. And things that I never thought would has happened in a great way. My husband may be preaching again very soon, y'all. There was a major change in our life, and it was for the good. Prayers work. I cannot deny that. And I would like to know if anybody else's prayers were answered that was on that list, because I know many were grabbing the list. And we've all been praying. Matter of fact, I took all of you to church with me. We had a prayer revival at our church. So I'm looking forward to hearing any testimonies. I will be doing this again because I do believe in the power of prayer. I have seen it for myself right now, and it is absolutely amazing. If you've not seen your prayers answered yet, don't give up. Keep on. But make sure that you're asking something that also aligns with God and not just something that you want. Make sure it's something that you need, or the fact that it lines up with God's will in your life too. So I love you all, and I'm going to get off of here, and I got to go to the gym. So much love to each and every one of you from Parton's Mediterranean Homestead.